guys, I'm going to show you how to make a dragon eye today. They are going to end up looking like this or something like this. Very, very neat. First, you're going to start with a piece of white paper, and you're going to take it and make it into a square. So what you're going to do is you're going to go like this and make it into a square by taking this one side, folding, so this side is going to come straight and this side is going to touch it to make a triangle. We're going to end up with a square piece of paper. If you want to measure a square, you can do that too, but this is the easiest way to make a square because two right triangles make a square like this, and then we're going to cut this part off. And anytime throughout the video, you can pause it so you can catch up. Just like this. So I'm going to make it to a triangle, and then I'm going to open it up like this. So you're going to have crease down the center. So it's going to be almost like a butterfly right now. The crease is going to be out. We're going to lay it down, and we're going to crease it the other way. We're going to crease it like this. So you're going to end up having an X in the center, like that. So you're making another triangle. When you open it up, you now have an X. Okay, so now what we're going to do with that X, turn it into a diamond. You're going to keep it up and down like a diamond, lay it flat on the table, and we're going to take these 2 points and we're going to bring them to the center. This point to the center, and fold it to make a triangle. Okay, we're going to flip it over again, fold it, and make a triangle like this. So you're going to have a hexagon. A hexagon is a shape with 6 sides. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this and we're going to fold this to the center. So we're kind of making it like an accordion, but we're going to have to flip it around so we can fold the other side, just like this. Again, a hexagon, but longer. Okay? So here, we folded those like that. We're going to now open it all the way up. We're going to open it all the way up so it looks like an accordion. But see these 2 itty bitty pieces like this? They want to fold in. So we're going to flip it over like this, and we're going to fold this in, and then we're going to fold this one the opposite way, like this. Again, we're going to follow that, and we're going to flip it in. Again, please pause the video if you need a second. So now it should look like this, and this is where we're going to draw our eye. All right, so we're going to go in here, and I'm going to take either a jar or something, and you can trace it. You're going to make a circle in the center, right here where your center point is. Put it there, and then trace it. All right, this is where our eye is going to be. All right, so you can do an eye like the one I have here that's all black on the inside. So when you open that up, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. You could have it all black with a color eye, or you could have a colored eye with kind of white backgrounds. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to color an eye, and then I'm not going to have all the black here, just for time's sake, just for you guys to see. I'm going to make a cat eye. So with a cat eye, I'm going to do a nice thin little oval here, and I might even keep a little circle out here for a highlight. And the highlight is kind of like when the light hits your eye and you have a little reflection. I'm going to color this whole thing in here black. Or it could be like a snake eye too. All right? And then I'm going to either take some crayons or markers. I'm going to take my Sharpies for this one because it's fun to have some really great saturation of color, especially when you're going to have a white outside. I'm going to take some cool colors. I'm going to take a gradient of 3 different colors. I'm going to go with green. And I'm going to start coloring in my eye. And I'm going to go from the lightest to the darkest. Let's check these colors. Let's see which one's the lightest ones. Ooh, that's kind of blue. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna color in and kind of cut in around my black center part. But then I'm gonna have some little lines that kind of come out because it kind of spiders them out, and it's gonna be able to have a great transition from one color to the next. Okay? Just like that. I'm gonna take my next color, maybe add a couple little lines in here and transition those to the next color. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do swirlies and purples and blues and whatever you want to have inside your eye, this is your project. So you don't have to do exactly what I do. All right, so here, I have a great transition here, and I'm gonna go to my next color, and I'm gonna transition that too. Go in here, maybe cut in around my edges so I have a nice clean line. But then I'm gonna go back in and have some lines going into those. So then you can transition those colors together. If you have little white spots in between, that's good to transition them, and the little stripes work to make them blend, especially if you're using a marker. If you're using a crayon, you can just blend them because they blend really nicely together. But markers are very jagged lines, so I'm gonna see if I can transition these to make them look a little bit more seamless. You do get that high saturation of color. If you have some Copic markers or alcohol-based markers, those blend very nicely as well, or watercolor markers, those are great. Okay, so here, I have my eye. All right, so when you're here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna now take those and go back to closing it up. So right here you have your little itty bitty triangles, you folded it in, and then the next one you fold it in. Now we're gonna take these and we're gonna close the eye. We're gonna fold this one in on itself and then this one in on itself. So now we're gonna go back to our little hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Okay? Now, this is where you're gonna have the outside of your eye. So you can take this and you can color the outside of this. I think I might make mine maybe like an orange cat. So maybe I'll have some orange lines like this. Maybe I'll make it some stripes. Maybe make it look like kind of fur. Add some texture with those lines. And then I'm gonna go in with a crayon and make sure I can cover all that white. Start with your markers first, because once you put crayon on there, you will not be able to put the marker on top of the wax from the crayon. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna color this yellow. Just to fill in my white. You could also use watercolor or paint, but sometimes it's harder because you have to wait for that paint to dry. And if you have to wait for that paint to dry, then your paper gets kind of bendy and wonky. So here, I colored that just like that. I'm going to do the next section. Okay. All right, so now I have this. So if you open it up, you have your eye. I'm going to close it like this. Now, I'm going to flip this over. I want my outside, where my orange is, to touch the table. You should see the back side of your eye. So now, there is a center point where you have this crease and this crease. So if you want to, you can even make a dot so you can see your center spot, because you're not going to see it on the other side. You're going to take this point and fold it in to the center point. So your point to point and then fold. We're going to end up making it look like a rectangle. Same here, fold it in just like this. All right, so now you're gonna have 4 little pockets and triangles. This is the hardest part of the project, is trying to make it look like a diamond. We're gonna end up making it look like this. So there's a point here, and it's gonna look like a diamond, okay? We're gonna let those sides taper down. Again, pause it if you need help. I will put this eye right here just for reference, just like this. Okay, oop, it's gonna fall over, just like that, okay? So we're here. If everybody's here, These are our pockets. I'm gonna mark these pockets. You do not need to mark them. This is just for your reference. I'm gonna mark my lines here. All right, I'm gonna mark my pockets, and I'm actually gonna mark my outsides purple so you can see what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna take our purple lines and bring it to our red lines like this and fold it. Okay, I'll do that again. Take this purple and bring it to this red. It's purple to red, fold, open. We're gonna do it for all sides. Purple to the opposite red and fold it. So this, see how we're making this angle right here? This is what we're gonna see on the other side. So then we're gonna take purple to red and fold it. So you're just gonna bring it opposite. So you're trying to just make a triangle right here. Okay, here's your other side. See how you're trying to just fold it and make this crease? It's just a crease here. And we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. This purple to the opposite red, fold it, make a crease, like this. So you have crease here, crease here, crease here. So then the points of those are gonna be the center, okay? Now we're gonna take these two and grab them. You can even tape them together if you want, but make sure they're right before you tape them. Flip it over, and you can pop open your eyeball. And you have your eyeball just like this. Okay? Just like that. Oh, it's actually upside down. My reflection was at the bottom. Just like this. So you have now 4 angles, just like this. Okay? Please don't hesitate to send me an email, or if you want to have me walk you through it, I can absolutely do that for you. Here you go. I hope you have a great day. Bye.